So this video updates the progress on the Fens Sheriff Department mod for Fallout 4. Would have been more progress reports along the way, but I am more or less a one-person team, so I apologize for that. But let's get right down to it. So, some of you may be wondering what the Fens Sheriff Department is. It's the sequel to another quest mod called Bleachers, a Diamond City story, which was released in October 2019. And the NPCs you became familiar with in that mod return with a whole new cast of additional NPCs, quests, and even an alternate ending to the main story which leaves Diamond City as the last man standing in the Commonwealth, or the victorious faction, so to speak. And why did I do it? Well, to be honest, I really wasn't too enthralled with Diamond City as it was presented in the vanilla game. There wasn't much to explore, and there wasn't much personality to the guards. The Fens Sheriff Department, or FSD as I'll call it, is an attempt to fix that seamlessly with the vanilla world and give the player a real community with more interesting content in terms of quests, location, NPCs, and, really a chance for what is called the Great Green Jewel to have its time to shine for the Commonwealth. The mod itself is actually larger than most of the DLC content out there. There's dozens of new voiced NPCs with almost 10,000 lines of new dialogue total. There's dozens of new interior cells, including the Sheriff's Department and an interior workshop and a player home. There's over 30 new quests. There's 2 new raider factions. There's new crops to plant and tend. There's new workshop items. There's new guard classes. There's a new vault to explore. There's a new companion with over 4,000 lines of dialogue, and there's even additional Heather Kasdan content and dialogue if you have her installed. There's new Radiant Bounty missions with a twist that I won't reveal here. There's new weapons like the Flamer Pistol and the Synth Head Mace. And there's 4 new mashup armors for the snipers, scouts, scabbers, and regular classes of guards now guarding Diamond City. In addition, there's a new T-60 paint job to go with the mechanized guards for Diamond City. Quest-wise is where it really gets interesting. There are 5 stories to complete in the entire Bleachers Fens Sheriff Department playthrough. The first is the Bleachers storyline, which most of you have played already. It's where you become familiar with the civilian citizens of the Bleachers. The second story is the first 9 quests of the new mod, which continue right after the first left off. You slowly gain the trust of the members of the Fens Sheriff Department by performing small tasks with them until they trust you with more important missions. Like parts of the map in a Grand Theft Auto game, the vast majority of the interior of the Sheriff's Department will be unavailable to you until you finish this part of the mod. The third part of the story is what I call the Factional Supremacy, which is the alternate ending to the vanilla story. The FSD will, one way or another, remove all factions it considers hostile to the Commonwealth, similar to the other factional endings. As a bonus, this entire set of quests can be turned off with a flip of a global variable for mod curators who might want to use this mod but not spoil the vanilla ending. The fourth storyline begins once you've reached a certain level of trust with the department. In a lot of ways, it's the main storyline. It's an internal one that deals with the very personal enemies of the Sheriff's Department, and delves into the history of how the Sheriff's Department came to be, why the Sheriff is so feared among those who would seek to harm Diamond City, and why this jaded AWOL Brotherhood of Steel Star Paladin chose Diamond City as the place to establish a security force and protect. And finally, the fifth storyline is 8 companion-specific quests that deal with your new companion, as they come to reckoning over their past, their future, and their own lethal prejudices against a certain race of Fallout 4 citizens. As it stands, the project is over 95% done. There are a few non-mod killing bugs to work out, the quests are done start to finish, and there's a few more ambient elements to add, but most of the work is done. I'm hoping to have a December 2022 release, but it all depends on the speed with which my unpaid voice actors work. Some of them have a lot of lines, and some of them have lives to live. But I can safely say I want to get this thing out several months before Starfield to give people time to enjoy it. But that's about it. Thank you guys for taking the time to listen and make friends with the occupants of the Bleachers, those who have. And I hope to see you in the Sheriff's Department in the not-too-distant future.